What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is John. Today I have for you a big box good. That's right, today we're going to be taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy A10e 1 week later I picked up at Best Buy for $179.99. Out of 5 stars, it gets 4.5 out of 74 customer reviews, and if you activate it today, you can actually pick it up for $129.99. Today I figured we would do a 1 week later video, and I'm going to introduce a new smartphone categorization system on this channel to help break down which phones are good to use and which phones are bad to use. So after a week, let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so first thing I want to do is establish a system for rating phones of all price points. I think it would be unfair for me to say at this price point this phone does this or it doesn't do that. That to me is a little unfair to anyone who is buying the phone or who needs one at this price point who needs a good, honest opinion. So here's what I'm going to do. This is a brand new ranking method not seen before on this channel. I'll be breaking down phones into 3 categories. These categories are not affected by price, but rather by use. So what I've noticed is from time to time, or should I say regularly, is that the Galaxy A10e is slow and cumbersome. So here's how it goes. Phones will be broken down into 3 categories: heavy use, medium use, and light use. Using this phone for a week, I'd say this phone is for light use. That is to say, if you purchase this phone, don't expect it to be blazing fast 24/7 or to be multitasking 3 apps at a time. If you want a phone that is blazing fast, choose a Galaxy S20 or an iPhone 11 or 11 Pro. And I think this is fair and accurate. The Exynos processor on the inside is comparatively slow to other processors on the market, and with only 2 GB of RAM, like I said, don't expect to multitask on the same level as devices designed for heavy use like the iPhone 11 Pro or Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, which are blazing fast 24/7 and can consistently pound out multiple tasks in a single serving. Instead, expect to use this phone less often for single or double tasks at a time, and it should serve you just fine. To address which types of phones are used moderately or that reside in the medium use category, think Google Pixel 3a and the upcoming Google Pixel 4a. Like I said, these categories have nothing to do with price. For example, the all-new iPhone SE, which I do have on pre-order, is slated to be a phone meant for heavy use, even though it is coming in at a budget price point. It will sport the all-new A13 processor found in the iPhone 11 Pro, and even though it won't have all the RAM as other high-end devices, this is okay because the processor doesn't need to handle more complex tasks found on an iPhone 11 Pro, like Face ID or multiple cameras for night mode, and iOS is just beautifully optimized. So with that being said, the A10e is a light use phone, not a heavy use phone or a medium use phone. So let me talk about my experience with the device. For media consumption, it has a single bottom firing speaker that sounds okay at best. I suggest picking up a pair of earbuds to enhance this experience. Luckily for me, I had the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus to get me through the week, so using this phone to watch YouTube and listen to music was overall pleasant. The display is not 1080 like I said in the unboxing and first impressions. It is a 720p display. But Samsung display technology is still prevalent, and I forgot just how bright and color accurate LCD panels really are. This is no different on the Galaxy A10e. Just don't expect oozing reds or deep blacks. Speaking of deep blacks, the phone does have a dark mode or a night mode, only I found this works in native applications. So if you have applications that utilize dark mode, you'll have to make sure they're set to dark mode to keep things consistent. What I have noticed is the water-dropped front-facing camera rarely gets in the way of content consumption. Overall, I was happy to see such a forward-looking design on such an inexpensive device, but it really makes sense this way. Like I said earlier, this is a light-use phone, so you'll hardly notice it getting in the way. The rear camera doesn't get in the way either. In fact, I've been using it to take thumbnails for most of the videos I've posted this week. Have you noticed a difference between thumbnails taken on my iPhone 11 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy A10e? Probably not. In fact, if you asked me to go back and pick out which videos have a thumbnail from the 11 Pro Max and which from the A10e, I would be hard pressed to do so. It has all of the features you would expect from a rear-facing camera like panorama, video, Standard photo mode with 2 focal ranges. It has a pro mode that allows you to change white balance, ISO, exposure compensation, aspect ratio, flash, and lastly, the ability to set a timer. Video recording abilities come in at 1080 and are suitable for most uses. No stereo recording found though. Integrating this phone into everyday life was easy given USB Type-C, so I can plug it into my MacBook Pro to transfer files or use my USB Type-C charger to stagger charging between the phone and the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus. This was awesome. What else makes this phone easy to use is biometrics. If you are listening to a pair of earbuds, you can choose to use Smart Unlock with the device you are listening to. For example, I listed the Bluetooth system in my car as a device and my AirPods Pro, so every time either one is connected, it unlocks instantly. By the way, I only used the AirPods Pro with this device for a day. It was the day before I unboxed the Galaxy Buds Plus. This phone also has Face Unlock and Pattern Unlock, which back each other up in case one doesn't work. Usually it's Face ID that doesn't work, but that's only when it's dark and the optical-based facial recognition method can't see your face in the dark. Otherwise, it works well. Lastly, I noticed no difference in comfort using the device moving from the 11 Pro Max, a bigger phone in terms of size, to the A10e. It is comfortable in the hand and is a joy to use. The color and finish pick up oils just like any other phone would, but because it's a dark gray, it doesn't really show. So far, so good. Anyways, guys, that has been a 1 week later review of the Samsung Galaxy A10e, sort of talking about my experience with the device and what you should expect from it going into it. The Galaxy A10e I picked up at Best Buy makes it a big box good. You can pick it up too at Best Buy for $129 if you activate it today, or $179 if you decide you want to buy it unlocked and activate it later. It gets 4.4 out of 5 stars out of 74 customer reviews. A very good and capable device. Just don't expect to use it blazingly fast 24/7. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.